Chicago, we are back. And will we be back in the postseason in just a few short minutes? That is the question that we kick today off with. The acquisition of Jason Robertson in the offseason has propelled us that much closer towards being a contender yet again. This is the team that we roll into this season with. It is pretty ridiculous, even if it's not sustainable long term. Sorry, Alex. I might trade you. I don't want to, but I might have to. This team is absurd from a forward perspective. Defensively, honestly, not that bad either. Again, we will have some decisions more than likely that we'll have to make as we continue to rotate people out. But all in all, we should be okay. And I mean, it comes down to whether or not we'll get decent enough goaltending from Drew Commesso and if he'll stay healthy. But all in all, I like this team a lot. And of course, in the AHL, I mean, look at these potentials. Look at this. It's kind of stupid, isn't it? It's kind of stupid. So yeah, this team should also be phenomenal, especially with Lashunov getting one more season in the AHL. This team should be outrageously good. Bottom line. And hopefully that'll prove to be the case. As far as I know, let me just double check. I'm pretty sure I got our scouts and everything set up. I don't think I forgot. Coaches, I know I have offers out. Oh, we're good. We're perfect. We are ready to go for the start of the season. And of course, we did look at the lines that teams will be rolling with at the end of the last episode, as that coach said no. What a jerk. That guy said yes, though. Honestly, it's AHL goalie coach. I'm not that worried. And we lose our first game of the season 6-0. And then 5-1. This team has one goal in 2 games. Drew Commesso has a .454 save percentage. He has allowed 6 goals on 11 shots over the course of 2 games, 33 minutes played. Wow. That's all I have to say right now is wow. Completely unrelated. Let's look at goaltenders that might be available. Anybody? Anybody at all? Nobody overly amazing. Worth noting that like Barron, DeSalvatore, Scavello, these guys are, God, RFA-wise, that's Jesus. Again, but no, the AI, they're not that bad. I don't think anyone said that in fairness. But yeah, there you go. If you need the example of how bad the AI are, there it is, right there in RFA status. Arvid Soderblom. It's not difficult to be better than Drew Commesso. Thank you. We finally get our first win of the season and lose 6-5. Oh my God. And then a 7-5 win. What is going on? Oh my God. Like, we have to have the most goals against, even if it is through 5 games played in the league. We have to. Goals for, we're not even up there. Goals against, wow, we haven't even allowed the most goals. Then again, we got time. Carolina's played one more game than we have. That is insane. Carolina, how could anybody be worse than we are in terms of defense as we lose 5-4? Well, there we go. We tied them. And another loss. Jesus. We're gonna give the boys some time. Drew Commesso, buddy. You're supposed to be my guy here. Jaden Struble. Good passer, good skater. He's not really going to take a step up, though. We'll let Montreal get away with it. We'll see if there's a different team that tries to do something stupid. Soderblom loses. Oh, my God. We've lost 3 straight games in a shootout. Make it 4 almost as we lose in overtime. My God. Let's go look at available goaltenders really quickly. Let's look at everything. What is going on to start this season? It's that Del Mastro and Sandin Pellikka are getting lit up. That's one aspect of it. Robbo only has 7 points. Jesus. How? Oh my God. Like, we are just not putting up points. This is insanity. I'm going to swap Nazar and Haltonen. I'm going to swap Bork and Fantilli. Just to try something different. That is insane. I get it. It's early on, but Jesus, this is bad. To the point where, yes, let's look at goaltenders. God, I'm not going to trade for John Gibson, am I? AHLer John Gibson? Am I that desperate? I mean, look at Hellebuck. Again, look at all the teams, but look at this. They literally don't have an AHL goalie. Trash. Trash game. It's trash in a lot of ways. I still play it, try to enjoy it for what it is. It's trash. It's a steaming pile of trash, this game, in so many ways. I try to be positive, but oh my God, just every time. Every time. John Gibson might be the only guy that I can get. It's him or like Logan Thompson. Thompson has term left. Gibson does not. Gibby might just be our guy then. Philip Gustafson. Still got 3 years left. Jesus. Okay. Montreal's trying to get rid of Jeremy Swayman. That's one hell of a contract for an 83 overall. Of course, he is playing out of his skull. 82s, 83s are normally pretty OP. And I do love me some Jeremy Swayman. Oh, my God. Jesus. I was going to say, that can't be Stuart Skinner. Well, we have very few options. Certainly in terms of elite level goaltending. It's also not that great. We're going to give it a little bit of time, but I wanted to see what our options are if worst case scenario happens, is if we haven't hit that. We just gave up another 6 goals. Vegas, we win 3-2. Thank God. 3-4-4. We lose to Nashville. Robertson's heating up a little bit. And we lose to Winnipeg. Drew Comesso, buddy. I think we need a goalie. I think we need a goalie already. And it might be John Gibson. It might be Jeremy Swayman. Unless there was anybody on one of these other teams that happens to be a little bit better that we know. How's Sogard doing? Life is so unfair. Isn't life just terrible? Oh my fucking God. I'm being trolled relentlessly. Relentlessly. Oh my God. Look at Vancouver. Some of these teams don't even have a fucking 65 overall backup. These motherfuckers have 480s. Helleby and Augustine. Do I just fucking trade to Brinkett now for Alex, or for I was gonna say fucking Andre Vasilevsky. Oh my God, I was gonna say, yeah, do I trade to Brinkett now for Vasilevsky? Oh my God. God, Philip Grubauer, you couldn't be any worse than what we already have, right? Jesus. Who's the highest rated goalie right now? It might still be Vasi. I mean, Sorokin. Go to ye old player search. Because if I were to make a move for a great goaltender, this would be the way to do it, unless we wanted an 83 overall. Sorokin is the highest valued goalie right now. Wow, I didn't even notice Sebastian Cossa was up to a 91. Jesus. How are these guys doing? Sorokin's at a 907. Saros at a 913. All right, for the most part, they play like they should-ish. I mean, the value of trying to bring in Ilya Sorokin is borderline impossible. Look at how many good goalies there are, too. And then there's 84 overall Drew Comesso, who has no idea what the hell he's doing. The New York Islanders. Just to explore this. Yep. Yeah, okay. You got Markkanen and a douchebag. Cap-wise. I would literally have to trade Alex DeBrincat to pull this off already. This wasn't supposed to happen. I mean, he's only a point over, a point per game. You can tell I'm torn on when exactly we're going to consider doing this. Let's keep it going. Beat Colorado 6-2. Okay, Maverick Bork, though, should not be our leading scorer. Nor should Alex DeBrincat, for that matter. 7-5. Now, Fantilli's our leading scorer. And we got shut out 5-0 by Buffalo. And then beat Boston 7-3. This is the weirdest team I have ever built in a franchise mode. What the hell is going on? I don't understand. Emil Vinny's played like all of their games. Let's get Viekman in there for a little bit longer. So Robertson over a point per game. These line combos seem to be working a little bit better. Frank Nazar is struggle bussing. Defensively, just quickly looking at plus minus. Oh my god. We just have to hope. Wow, Hull's already up 3 points, isn't he? He was a 65. We have to hope that we can be competitive until around the deadline to try and get people on cheaper prices. I don't know if we can last that long, though. Honestly, we're going to need to rework our defense from the looks of it. We might need a new goaltender or two. Back-to-back losses, outscored 9-4. GG's. Drew Komet. Okay. Okay. So, let's talk here. Let's talk. Goaltenders. Am I desperate enough to go after John Gibson, who's struggling in the AHL? I don't think so. I don't think so. I do also need a half-decent right defender, apparently. That appears to be a thing. Because that defense pairing sucks. Korpisalo, Merzlikins. Of course, Korpisalo has a 9-12. Goodness. So no kidding, they want to get rid of Logan Thompson. I don't really want Logan Thompson for 3 years. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like, what is going on? It is just like either you're a half-decent goalie or you are a trash bag. And there doesn't appear... Even Swayman's down to a 902. I'm at a loss for words right now. I'm sorry. If we take a look at goaltending, I mean, number one, shout out to Andre Burakovsky, who's destroying worlds. Oh, but Jack Campbell's doing just fine. Charlie Lindgren. Oh, no. Anton Forsberg's doing okay. So, yeah, there are goalies who are doing well. And then there's the other guys that aren't. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. We beat Pittsburgh. It's good. Let's keep the same goaltending setup anyway until we have to switch for Nashville. We've actually won 3 games in a row and then lose 7-3 to St. Louis. Right. Comesso, for the love of all that is holy and unholy, everything. I don't even care. We need you to start winning games, buddy. 5-4 in overtime. I should have said win games convincingly, clearly. Merry Christmas to us. 4-1 loss to Toronto on Christmas Day. And Drew Comesso's gift is going to be a one-way plane ticket out of Chicago. All right, Sandin, Pelika, and Del Mastro. That is just not working at all. Robertson's looking okay. Bork, DeBrincat. third line, and at least Lukowicz is scoring. Nazar has as many points as Gavin Hayes. And I mean, Nazar has been completely usurped by Vanainen and Lukowicz in our future top six. So you could debate moving on from Nazar. Or, you get rid of DeBrincat, move Nazar up to the third line, and then maybe he does a little bit better with Reichel. I'm worried I might wait too long. That's what it is. I'm worried that I might wait too long. I want to look at options on the block. I mean, Clayton Keller doesn't really fix the issue that I have. Nor does Nikita Zadorov. Lindholm, Orlov, Trouba. I mean, there's third pair guys. Trouba, Montour. Montour being a third pairing guy, if he were to play, he does have a hell of a shot. Ooh, that's expensive for a third pair. It is. I don't even think they had a goalie to get rid of. They don't. Seriously, look at their goddamn goaltending. This game sucks. Oh, Buffalo. Buffalo. Cody Ceci is out there for pennies on the dollar. Braden Jen. Carlson, Slavin, Forsling. We'd be looking at Adam Larson. Oh, boy. We have a lot of problems on this team. We got a lot of problems on this team, and I don't know if we can fix them. Jordan Spence is obviously sitting out for the year. Most of those RFAs are sitting out for the year, Justin Barron included. You got John Marino as a third pair defensive specialist. Apparently, we should have kept Connor Murphy. Kreider out. Kreider as a veteran depth forward. Power play specialist. Did they have a goalie? I mean, Charlie Lindgren, who's apparently amazing. Unless we somehow tried to be like Igor, which I don't see how. Well, that might actually be possible with Alex DeBrincat. That would just be stupid, though, isn't it, to somehow pull off a trade for Kreider and Shesterkin? How are we even considering that? It might be what we need. Oh, my God. Not too many teams are looking to move the type of defenders I'd be looking for. This is a terrible predicament. Say, for example, it were to be Kreider, Shesterkin, and a defender. As hilarious as it is, David Zanetti. Is this even possible? We'd give up Del Mastro. Could probably just give up Drew Comesso. And Alex DeBrincat. Have them retain on Kreider to free up a little bit more cap for us. Apparently this would put them into the red, but it would still work. Is there a situation where this would actually work? Kreider replaces DeBrincat in the forward lines. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Would this actually go through, and is this the smartest move? Do we get rid of Alex DeBrincat right now to try and solve goaltending issues? And is it for Igor Shesterkin? And is that worth it? Given how bad goalies can be. I mean, Shesterkin himself is a 914. I think it's theoretically possible. I'm going to wait against My better judgment. Actually, let's just put Soderblom back in. Whatever. But right now, we are 7th in our division. We cannot afford to wait all that much longer. If at all. This team missing the playoffs would be a disaster. We do win 2 games in a row. I mean, yeah, this team missing the playoffs would be... I mean, you remember, what was it, like 4 or 5 years ago? Might have even been longer. Like, Tampa missed the playoffs because they had all those injuries. This would be worse than that. All right, wins and losses, back-to-back losses. Oh, no. I have to do something. I have to, right? It's the only way I can view it. Del Mastro, Sandin, Pellica, it's still not really working. I mean, again, you could argue it's the fault of the goaltending. Our bottom 6 is still atrocious. But I can't help but wonder if we were to make the playoffs that this team would sim well. That is the only thing that is causing me to try and wait out this absurdly inconsistent spell. And we just did pretty damn well. And just like that, we're in a playoff spot. I also can't help but think trading DeBrincat right now would be a mistake. It'd be better to use him in the off season when we know what we actually need. You know? As we continue to win games, we're finally starting to look up. We lose to Dallas in the Robertson Bowl, because of course we did. But we are now in 3rd in the division, cruising towards February. I don't want to jump the gun. Yep, because there you go. We lose to Seattle. But maybe, just maybe, we've started to figure this out. We are in 5th in the division. A lot of teams had games at hand. As we beat Winnipeg, Valentine's Day, we lose to Detroit. It's not very nice of you, Stevie. Edmonton, we lose that as well. Where are we? 5th in the division. 9 points back of the Jets, who have 2 games at hand. That is, that's not good. That's not good. I mean, Comesso and Soderblom have gotten better as the season's gone on. So that is somewhat positive. Fantilli's now up there in terms of points. Happy birthday to me. Oh, God. 2027. I will be turning 33. And apparently, Chicago's going to lose 5-1 on that day. Happy birthday to me, at least if the same guy still owns them. All right, a little bit more inconsistent than we can afford to be. Remember how last year we added Zuccarello to push for the playoffs? The hell do we do this year? Oh my God. Because the deadline is here. Oh my God. We are currently in the 2nd wild card spot in the West. We do have 3 points on Anaheim for this spot. Needless to say, we've looked around, we've waited. We need a goalie. We need a goalie. We got to find somebody who can work for us here. Defensively, Vorobiev and Jones, as the season's gone on, has been worse. Whereas Del Mastro and Sandin Pellica has gotten better. We can't break up Schneider and Korchinski. They've been amazing. Does that mean we look into finally moving Seth Jones? I don't have the answer to that. Or do we just hope they improve? Do we just stick with this defense to hope that it improves? Forward-wise, again, DeBrincat probably goes at the end of the season anyway. Maverick Bourque is a 3rd-line scoring forward. He won't be at the end of this season. The top 6 is looking good. 3rd pair defensively, a little bit questionable still, but a bit better. That 4th line sucks. And Nazar is going to waste. Hull has gone up by 10 points already. He has 39 goals. Okay. All right. Okay. We kind of know at the deadline, and we're going to get to it right here and right now, what we need. It's just a matter of whether or not anything is out there aside from all of these RFAs. The Hurricanes. The Hurricanes. Carolina. How's Kochetkov looking? How's he looking? Don't you dare do a deal before I can look here. They have no cap space whatsoever. 88 overall. Okay, he struggled, but man, he does have the ability. Granted, that one's adventurer because he scored a goal. He also has dialed in. I mean, that's the guy. Like, that is the guy to go for. Carolina trades Bertuzzi to Seattle. Like, right? Like, if we're going to go for a goalie, I mean, not that he's done well. John Gibson's not on the block anymore. Aiden Hill still is. He has been tragic. Matt Murray has been Matt Murray. Sam Montembeault, yeah, he's been with the Wranglers. I mean, Carolina looks like the team. Hopefully, they don't do anything. I need to do my due diligence and look around elsewhere. Eric Comrie's been pretty bad in the minors. Fucking 80 overall Jack Campbell, we know, has been crushing it. Blackwood's been very, very good in the AHL. Gustafson has a 904. We know he makes way too much money. Dylan Grant has a 910 in the AHL. Swayman's not on the block anymore. Bobrovsky is. 900 for him. Nashville makes a deal with Washington. Again, like, we could technically do the ADB move for someone like Shesterkin. That scares me. Barneson is an 83, has an 899. I mean, if we were to ever go for a higher rate... Oh, there we go. There we go. What do you get? A psychotic team? A psychotic goaltender. Oh my God, I saw the Hurricanes deal. I thought we were screwed. It's Jordan Binnington. Jesus, it's only 10 games, but Varlamov's been amazing. Binnington, Varlamov, or Kochetkov in Carolina. We know is going to cost a lot of money. If I go to the trade finder, does Carolina have anything in mind? And the reason why I want to do that is because we know they're super low on cap space. No trades found. For Schatz and Gigs, St. Louis, Binnington, nothing. Even with that open block. And then it was Washington with Varlamov, nothing. Okay, so we're going to have to make these deals on our own anyway. And again, in that screen, I use left bumper. It's open block. Basically, hey, offer us anything, and we'll do it, is what that says. The Islanders have made a trade. Acquired... No, they traded Brock Besser to Vancouver. Okay. Sure. Do I want to give up that much to get Kochetkov when we don't know for sure if a higher rated goalie will do that well? You know? Binnington has just negative value. Hilariously. I can't believe I'm even going to consider this. But Jordan, get in the Binnington. I think we can move on from Arvid. I mean, he has a career 903 save percentage. I think we could look to finally move on from Arvid Soderblom. Will that go through on its own? I do want them to retain salary because they have plenty of space, and I don't think this is the only goaltender that we're going to look to pick up. I don't think it is. Vancouver's made a deal. Oscar Sundqvist. Okay, they rejected that for getting the Binnington. But Nazar is going to waste here. He is. He is going to be a third liner at best. And if he develops into a second liner, we have to get rid of him anyway. I don't know if his value will ever be higher than it is right now. If I can use Frank Nazar to pull this off, I should. I should. They have Tom Wilson, among numerous others, that they're trying to get rid of. In terms of role, no Lachari, Wilson would both be good. Achari does not have abilities. Tom Wilson does. Tom Wilson, for the fourth line, would be pretty damn good for us to replace Frank Nazar where he is. Nazar and Soderblom for Binnington, Wilson, and I will safety net it with even like Nashville. Actually, let's go Carolina second. What do they think? Had a feeling it would be too much, but that's why we play it safe. Nashville second. Okay. That's all right. Go to next year. Go to the third. Still no. I'm kind of surprised because Nazar has more value than that, but what about now? What about now? Okay, we are going to have to do it straight up. Quite far off. Really? I guess Wilson does have some value. Binnington does have some value. You wouldn't have thought so. Oh, God, that's right. We don't have our first and third because of Robertson. Uh-huh. Defensively. Sandin Pellikka. We were planning on getting rid of him at the end of this season anyway because Lashunov's coming up. What if we just use Sandin Pellikka now and move up Lashunov? You know? I don't think that's the worst. And we can just randomly take on Dmitry Samorukov for the rest of the season and hope that Lashunov's a better fit for that third pairing. He's not that much worse. Carolina second is going to be way too much value. What about the Nashville second? There it is. Jordan, get in the Binnington. Welcome to Chicago. My God, I really am desperate. And Semyon Varlamov, I would like you to be here as well. And it would benefit them quite a bit. We are going to run 3 goaltenders. Binnington, Varlamov, Comesso. That is the game plan. We are going to run 3 goaltenders and hope like hell. That said, we could get rid of a goalie. I don't think Nikita Quap's even going to play that much. What do they think to this deal? Rejected. That's okay. Is there anybody else where it kind of makes sense to move on from them? Samorukov, not so much. Forward-wise, not so much. Honestly, in lieu of draft picks, I'm not giving you those low elites or him. But I will give you some garbage and a 5th. Thank you very much. Yeah, gangbusters. You're doing great. Now, we are technically over the cap. Technically. That's a bit of a problem. That's a bit of a problem. We need to solve that problem. Best way to do it is that $4 million of Justin Hall. Who the hell can I get to take Justin Hall? Where's Kyle Dubas? He loves that man. Where is Kyle? Justin Hall, trade finder. Oh my God, there's some people who are dumb. Draft picks, draft picks, draft picks. No draft picks. Who's on a 1-year deal out of any of these guys? Dallas, I mean, screw it. You don't have any money. Antila, he hasn't even been signed. Justin Hall, have fun in Dallas. GG's. 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 Okay, we're looking at it right now. So, goaltending. Comesso, Binnington, Varlamov, LOL. Defense, Lashunov gets the call up. We still have Krutil, Della Rovere, in case Del Mastro can't get it to work. As much as I'd love to go out and get like another top defender, I don't think we can. We have Tom Wilson now for the 4th line, which is fine. Obviously, like Robertson is, I mean, that's still the left-hand side. DeBrincat moves over, Vadina Lukovic Wilson. Centers, we're still looking okay in terms of depth. Obviously, cap-wise, we have those 2 cap whales right now, which makes it a little bit difficult to even think about doing anything else. Oh my God, Barrett Hayton is only making $2 million. He has turned into a god-tier defensive forward. And then Clayton Keller, offensively, I mean, he wouldn't fit in on the second line. Barrett Hayton, though, is a second liner. We'd have to move Maverick Bork down, which simply isn't going to happen. I don't think there's any other major moves we can look to do here. There is Orlov, who still puts up a buttload of points. It would have to be Del Mastro for Orlov as a rental, knowing that Del Mastro's probably leaving soon anyway. I mean, Montour and Orlov, I just don't know if I can do it cap-wise, but I'd love for them to be the third pair. I would really enjoy that. I don't think there's anything else I can do forward-wise. We got to remember, like, in terms of like big forwards, it's just not going to be there. Vancouver has made 1,000 trades, for the love of God. They have made 1,000 trades. Got Drew Doughty and his $11 million available. 37 years old. I mean, LOL to take on Drew Doughty. There wouldn't be that kind of like perfect lefty to also pick up, though. We might go back to Boston here and double check. Ooh, Douglas. Douglas, though. If we were to look to trade Seth Jones for anybody. And then Nico's there as well. Damn. Oh, New Jersey. New Jersey. With Dougie Hamilton and Nico Hischier. I mean, again, this would kind of really change the outlook of the team moving forward. Because these would be some serious rentals. Well, in some cases. Hischier's deal is up. Hamilton has a year left. I mean, it would have to be these two. Seth Jones would have to go back in the deal for cap purposes. And then for Nico, I mean, we could technically move a center. Run Hischier as the 1C or 2C for the season. Haltonen is a fourth liner. So is Ludwinski. I just don't think we have the value to pull that off, especially without a first rounder. Yeah, I mean, it would take Hull, which isn't going to happen. Yeah, there's not too much we can do there. The value's too much. We're not going to be able to pull off a blockbuster like that, but a shrewd move with Boston, who have taken Orlov and company. I was going to say Trouba. It was, oh, good. That's because they traded. Okay. Well, I think we're done then. I think we're done. Top six there will be our defenders. We can hope that's good enough. The forwards are still phenomenal. And we brought in goaltending. Will this work? Will this work is the question. But I think we are done at this deadline. I didn't plan on getting rid of Frank Nazar. Jordan Kyrou was off to Nashville. Zemgus Girgensson. Hello, Zemgus. I'm going to claim you. Just to get a nice veteran presence onto the team. In terms of the other trades that happened, Chandler Stevenson. Yeah, Montour went to Arizona. I would have had to pounce on the Montour Orlov double swoop. And we did not pounce on that. Patrice Bergeron goes to Seattle for a first rounder. Good for you, Bergie. Clayton Keller is now on Washington. Again, we got rid of Justin Hall. Sent Klopp a couple other pieces for Varlamov. Pretty ridiculous. Binnington, Wilson, and others from St. Louis for Soderblom, Nazar, and Sandy Pellikka. Again, Sandy Pellikka was going to have to go anyway. This was his only season here because Lashunov's coming up. Either that or it was move Seth Jones, which still wasn't going to happen because even if it's Seth Jones, he has value to us with that X factor. He's got a lot of value for us. There were a shat load of trades. Oh my God, that was an incredibly busy deadline. So, our roster. Comesso, Binnington, Varlamov. Technically supposed to only have one starter at this point. Screw it. I mean, it is what it is. We can send Samorukov down, call up Lashunov. And again, for future left defenders, De La Rovere is the guy, right? Like, it's not like Del Mastro is going to be around for that much longer either. And then forward-wise, well, actually, let's go from right wings. Vanainen, Lukowicz, Wilson, Greer. Robertson, DeBrincat, all that's good. Okay. Stenberg has developed into a fourth liner, but I don't have to honor that until next season, which is why he was in the AHL. The AHL has already seen best lines take over. I'll have to fix that. NHL-wise, let's go best lines. It scratches the appropriate people. Let's see. Obviously, you got to move some bits and pieces around, but that looks okay. That still looks pretty good, especially having a veteran, defensive, physical presence like Tom Wilson on that fourth line. Makes us more difficult to play against. That defense pairing for the third pair looks better. And then for the love of God, one of these goaltenders has to be able to stop a beach ball. Like, right? One of you has to be able to prove that you can do something this season. Please. Please, 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 please. At this point, Tohila, Novikov. Novikov's the only guy that I really care about in terms of getting him back into the lineup. Let's take out Gergensons. It doesn't look like Novikov is going to do anything, unlike Josh Hull, who's insane. But we should be able to make the playoffs. Right?